You know, live streaming is one of the great things that you can do with your DJI Osmo Action camera, like the 5, the 4, and of course the new one, the Osmo Action 6. But the Mimo app can sometimes be a little bit problematic when you say want to live stream to things like YouTube. Don't fear, because in this video, I'm going to try to answer some of your questions that you've been asking me over the last few months and hopefully find the answers that you need so you can live stream like a pro with your Osmo Action camera. The first thing you need to do is connect the DJI Mimo app with your Action camera. And once you've done that, you are ready to get going with this awesome thing called live streaming, which can be like a lot of fun. So once you're in the app, so I'll just go back to the home screen for a sec. So once you're in the app, if you look on the side of the screen, we're going to show you exactly what we're doing step by step. Once you're in the app, you want to tap on the camera icon down the bottom, and it's going to bring up this screen here, which kind of shows you exactly what the camera is viewing right now. So this is the camera you can see, and on the side of the screen you'll be able to see exactly what the app is capturing. Now I want to go into live stream mode, and if you look here in the bottom of the screen, there's an option where it says live stream. And once we tap on that, we come up with this screen here, this option screen here. Now, on my previous video, which I'll put a link in the description down below if you want to check that one out too, I showed you how to connect to Facebook. So you can go through like Facebook Live and broadcast live to Facebook. That's a cinch, easy to do, a lot of fun. But YouTube is more problematic with this DJI app. So we're going to show you how we are going to do it today. So from this screen here, tap on the YouTube option, and you want to tap on where it says start live stream. Okay, first thing you want to do, wait a couple of seconds for the app to get ready, and then it's going to bring up a new screen, and this new screen is going to ask you to select the network that you wish to use. So mine is automatically picked up the one I've got here in my house. If you're out and about, you might need to use the hotspot on your phone as your network. You want to put a name in for the live stream, so we're just going to call this test, and we're going to call it, because it's February right now, February 2026, we're just going to put February 6. That's the day I'm recording it. So test February 6. Now here's where you can choose who the video is made for. You can also share it as public or private, but for this video I'm just going to class it as unlisted. And here's where you get to choose the resolution. So by default it's set at 720p, but you can adjust that to 480 or 1080 if you wish. The streaming quality, you can choose some options there, and the EIS, that's another word for stabilization, so you can choose whichever one from those selections. Now, down the bottom of the screen, it actually shows the account I've got my camera hooked up to, my YouTube account, which is what I've used in the past. In my previous video, I show you how to do that. If you're not quite sure what to do, and if you forget anything from this video, at the bottom of the screen is a really handy blue link which says YouTube live stream tutorial. That can also prove quite helpful. But the first thing you want to remember to do is you got to start the live stream here on the app before you go into YouTube to broadcast your live stream. So I've done that. Now on the app, you can plainly see it says live stream in progress. But if you go to your YouTube channel and you go to the live section, you're going to find it's going to say upcoming, right? Which means that although this is saying it's live streaming has happened, on YouTube it's not currently broadcasting your video. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to go into YouTube. I'm just going to put my phone over here. Okay, so at the top of the screen here, you can see there's the option where it says create. So I'm just going to tap on create. Now I'm going to choose the option where it says go live. So tap on go live. And that's going to bring up this go live screen. Whoops. Now it's going to bring up this go live screen. Now what's happened is your camera is still not live streaming, so you've got to do a couple of important steps here. Now the first one you want to look at where it says welcome to the live stream control room, you want to tap on where it says now if you want to broadcast right now. Now it's going to bring up a new screen, and this new screen is going to give you a couple of different options. We want to choose where it says streaming software. Right. So once we've done that, now it's going to say that you need to connect the encoder to go live. Now, if we have a look here on the left-hand side of the screen, there's 3 icons, and we're interested in the bottom one where it says manage. So we're going to tap on manage. So once we tap on manage, it's going to show a list of upcoming videos, or ones that are currently in that holding phase, I guess you could say, which is like the one that we created just before, which I called test February 6. Now all I need to do is double click on that one. And once I do that, we're gonna like look at the screen, and now the screen is going into preparation mode. So it's actually preparing to go live. It hasn't done it yet, but it's in preparation mode. So this might take a few seconds for us to do. If you look on the screen, you'll see the little swirly spiral thing going round and round. That means it's getting ready. Now, if I have a look at the screen right now, it means that it's almost there. It's almost there, and this is the exciting part. Down the bottom, we do have some options. If you want to look at analytics or viewer activity, that's more stuff to do like when you are streaming. But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go up to the top here where it says go live. So if I tap on go live, like so, it tells me on the screen, you are currently broadcasting live. Well, in my case, I put this one as unlisted, but if you make it public in that previous set, like on the DJI app, you are going to be broadcasting live right now. So on the camera, it's kind of showing me that it's recording, or sorry, on this camera here, it's showing me that it's recording, which is great. I'll look at the screen so I can see exactly what is happening, what the camera is recording. I can see I've got this big, beautiful light in the background. And over here, here on the app is where I can see everything I need to see. Now down the bottom here, it has like a chat screen as well, or a chat box. So you can type in stuff like, I'll put in like, hello world. Okay, great. So I've just put a comment there, which anyone who's viewing this stream will be able to see. Now, if I have a look here on the screen, I don't know why it looks a little bit white, but it's, there we go. There's going to be a slight delay between what you're saying to the camera. Like, so what I'm saying to the camera right now, there's going to be a slight delay between me speaking and what appears coming out in your live stream. So always be aware of that. And when you are finished with the live stream, or you're happy with it, or you're done with talking to your millions of viewers across the globe, you just want to go up to the top of the screen here, and it does say end stream. Now there's another couple of options here as well. You can you can play around with those at some other point, but we're just going to tap on end stream right now. YouTube is just going to say, hey man, are you sure you really want to do this? It's going to stop your stream straight away, and you're going to go not yet in case you bumped it, or in my case, I'm going to go end. So that means that I've finished with this video. Now it's going to come up with a screen saying how the stream has finished via YouTube. And if you want to, you can look at some of your details from the stream, and you can go into edit in the studio mode. So it brings up the studio mode on YouTube. And if you give it a couple of seconds, in my experience, it takes a couple of seconds for this to kick in. You can now see a bit of a screenshot of what you've just created. So now if I go back into the live option, right? And so remember my video was this one here called Test February 6. It does kind of say processing. So this is probably like where YouTube is like, making sure that everything's all ironed out, everything's looking good. And you can go in here and then you can click on the link on that studio screen, and now it's going to bring up the video that you tells me on the screen, you are currently broadcasting. And there you go. And there's me making absolutely no sense in the background, but I'm just trying to show you how this works. So that's how simple and how easy it is to set up a live stream when you use a laptop or a PC or a Mac in my case, with the DJI Mimo app. And like I said, I'm using the DJI Osmo Action 6 in this video, but you can do that also with your Osmo Action 5 or the Osmo Action 4 and probably the 3 as well. Oh yeah, one more thing to do as well. You want to go back into the Mimo app, and then if you look at the app, even though we've stopped it on YouTube, it still says that it's recording here. So we just have to tap on end live stream, and I'll go to this OK screen here. I'll give you the OK option, and now it's going to come up. You just heard the camera turn off, and it's got this done screen, and we tap on that. So that is how simple and how easy it is to use the Mimo app to live stream when you're using like a laptop or a computer. And hopefully this will make your live stream experience a little bit easier from now on. Of course, live streaming isn't the only feature of the DJI Osmo Action cameras, and to learn more about these wonderful cameras, you want to click on this video over here now.